Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The last video of today, I want to talk about how a prophecy that I talked about is coming to pass. That these older women will be getting pregnant left and right because these dudes don't have no pull-out game and they don't care. Now, then you gonna have, and let me add to the prophecy. You gonna have these older guys with these older women. The older guy don't have no kids, so he gonna try to impregnate the two old women that he likes. So, guys, get custody of your kids, man. Because you know a lot of these women just don't have the stamina and the energy to deal with the little baby. They don't got the stamina and the energy to deal without a little baby than to deal with a baby. So I've heard about a 64-year-old that's pregnant. I've heard about a 57-year-old that's pregnant. Coach Greg today was showing footage of a 44-year-old that's pregnant. It's coming to pass. And if it comes to pass with your ex, because see, here's the thing. Some of our exes and soon to be exes have been playing. I'm finna show you something. I'm not trying to be nasty, but I'm gonna just put this truth out here. They've been playing coochie games with you. So some of them might be extra tight. Ain't doing nothing in years, barely doing anything. Now, most of these guys ain't used to that. So they gonna impregnate that. They ain't coming out of there. Get your kids before your kids become personal slaves to no pull-out Pete and these wayward, crazy psycho chicks that's causing themselves to be divorced with their psychotic behavior, trying to control men and playing coochie games with men that been getting coochie their whole entire lives, so on and so forth. So a lot of you gonna see this trend continuing to happen. I called it. Go back on my videos. I called it. Some of y'all know which video it is because y'all, I got some faithful listeners, faithful viewers. And I told y'all these older women gonna be getting pregnant. Giselle, 44. She pregnant. The trend is going to continue. And the crazy thing about Giselle is the other chick, what's her name? Drea, she like 39. Giselle was always trying to tell Tom Brady something. The whole time. Wasn't that his parents that say she was cheating on him the whole time? Listen, man. Listen when I tell you. Man, just enjoy life, man. You can't trust these women. The majority of you, almost none of you can trust your woman. Your woman is doing stuff right now. And this might not be every single one of you, but I believe the only ones that probably ain't is the ones that ain't nobody came for yet. Maybe a few here and there that you can count on your hand. Ain't doing nothing or don't want to do nothing or both. Can't trust these chicks, man. I learned that the hard way. If you put together these women's body of work, a lot of these women, they'll do this too. When you had kids with them, right? Once your sons get grown, if they close to your sons, they're going to start dissing you. they're going to start distancing themselves from you. And the only way you're going to be able to deal with them is letting them punk you. You don't let them punk you, you ain't getting none, and you ain't going to do nothing but fight. It's just a lost cause. And we've been talking about black women today. And I told y'all, man, normally I don't single, but the stuff I'm hearing and seeing is quite disturbing. It's quite disturbing. Look at my community post that I just did. This is why y'all dudes are some suckers, man. Y'all dudes some suckers. That beard don't mean shit. See, y'all be forcing me to cuss. It don't mean you pro-black. It don't mean you manly. It don't mean you not a simp. These chicks, y'all be having these chicks on these panels, man, talking all that old goofy stuff, man. Don't nobody even want them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Talking about I had 3 marriage proposals. Where you at? Where the dudes at? I would love to meet them. That's why I gotta start going live more. I gotta start my live is I'm gonna do one on Sundays, most Sunday, and I'm gonna do one that's gonna be a little more messy. It's gonna be a little more messy because I gotta rescue these guys from destroying their lives, man. I think that I'll be abundantly favored from the Most High if I do so. He already giving signs. He already doing stuff. So I know. They just keep talking all this stuff, man. Like, I was even told, well, I ain't gonna never get with another dark-skinned dude. Like, what kind of stuff is that, man? But you think that's something. That's light. Y'all think I go hard like this? Pause. Because everything is peachy. Everything is just peachy. No, I look at it like I look back to how things were before I met the woman that I married. I was doing pretty good, y'all. I was. It just seemed like from practically day one, we ain't do nothing but fight, argue. Like, I mean, it's, and I was like, I was sitting thinking about the times I was getting into it with other women that I went with before that. It wasn't many. It wasn't many. You said, well, you wasn't wrong like that. Yes, I was. One of them, we stayed in the hotel 10 days. We didn't have, I don't think we had one disagreement. We had disagreement, I was cheating and stuff. You think if you don't cheat, like I was in the store, right? And the guy was talking about how his girl was accusing him and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, don't let her do you like that, man. You got to stand on her. She don't tell you what to look at. You know how I know this? Because this is a mistake I made. I should have stood on her when she was trying to pick fights with me over looking at women. You can't let these women do you like that. I'm going to look. Now, out of respect, I'll try not to do it in front of you. I'll try. But you don't control my balls. You don't control my penis, but I control your vagina. The vagina is not meant to be shared like the penis. Why do we add 2 balls? We could do everything with 1 because it's extra production of sperm. But these women getting besides themselves, man. They wait till you get older. And then they start pulling this stuff. That's why gray divorces is up. They up. Let me tell y'all something, especially y'all women. If you are playing sexual games, what you should be doing, you should be going to the doctor. If you don't have no sexual desire or it's weak, you should be going to the doctor and figure out, is it something physical or is it just how you feel about him? If that's just how you feel about him, then do it like this. Go out there, right? These young dudes will take you sexually. They ain't gonna marry you. They ain't gonna be faithful to you, but they'll take you. Go out there, don't get no alimony, no child support. Go get you a job if you don't have one. If you have one, keep working your job, support yourself, and just go and have sex at your own pace. Because when you marry, you can't have sex at your own pace. You gotta have sex at his pace. You breaking the covenant. You making y'all roommates instead of husband and wife. You're supposed to consummate your marriage continually as a continual reminder of the covenant that you have. They ain't gonna do that though. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna come up with excuses not to do it with you. And they might do it with somebody else. And they're gonna expect you to go without. Man, I ain't had sex in so long. It's like I'm practically gonna have to get back in the groove when I finally get some. But I did it like this on purpose. I could have really been sticking stuff, but I did this so if she go do something, she ain't gonna be able to say because I cheated. She gonna have to say that she's just a hoe. She's just a 304 if she go and mess with some other dude. She ain't gonna be able to say, well, I did it because he did it. Nope. I wasn't giving her that satisfaction. What? Like, sometimes you got to beat women almost all the time. You have to beat women mentally, too. I could catch the second half of the game, I guess. You got to beat these women mentally, man. You don't let them, if you with a woman, right, that really cares how her parents view her and y'all facing divorce, don't cheat. Force her to go and do something that's going to make her parents look at her different. You say they still might not. They might not, but a lot of times they might. They might. So February, it'll be 4 years. Well, it ain't gonna. I'll trying to see here. I doubt it. That's the longest I'm going. Is 4 years. And it's too late to even think of doing nothing with her. You don't let women do you like that. It's time to dump. Anything past 2 months, it's time for war. First, you check her. You tell her that you're not going without. You gonna mess with somebody else. Whatever you gotta tell her. If she's still playing those games after 2 months, you tell her y'all relationship is in jeopardy. First of all, y'all dudes, some of y'all been giving them they way too long. So your fights is gonna be vicious. But y'all newlyweds, man, stand on her from the rip. And be willing to leave her alone quick if she start tripping on you early. Then you won't have to pay all that money. And another thing, you gotta be married, man. Just try to marry somebody that, excuse me, that has more money than you. You know? Try at least. That stay-at-home stuff, you gonna get yourself in trouble with that. They don't act no different. Sometimes they act worse Sometimes they can get away with more in those situations. They don't act no better. I'm telling you, man. Take it from me. I know. They stay at home. That don't mean they gonna act no different. And it puts you at risk too, because the minute a dude come that got more than you, or she start getting her own. I know a guy that I used to work with. Soon as he paid for his wife to go to college. She got out of college, graduated, got a good paying job, and flipped out on him. Totally changed the script on him, and he ended up divorced. I'm telling you, man. Don't let nobody, when people try to convince you to get married, tell them respectfully that you don't want to hear it. Tell them the truth. Tell them, I hear and see a lot of bad things with marriage. I'm not finna run into that. And don't let them play that God stuff. Don't let them do you like that, man, because the Most High know how these women is. That's why he allowed us to have concubines. He know how they are, especially in 2024. But yeah, man, I keep seeing this stuff, man. And I just needed to address it. I need to address it. I'm going to keep addressing. Relationships benefit them more. Don't be thirsty. Be patient. If you think these women are adding anything mentally or emotionally to you, you need to step back. Because that's a lie. You are a man. That ain't what their job is. Their job is supposed to help you get your nut off. And help you get some cash and whatever other things that they can do that's going to benefit. That's the key word. You in your life. It's your empire. You don't adjust your empire to them. They adjust to you. I'm telling you, man, you do this stuff, it's going to be a problem, man. So I'm going to get off of here and go watch some of this game. We'll have more videos coming tomorrow, though. Stay tuned.